Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, Deputy President, Dr. Samoei Ruto, Governors present, CSS present, Members of Parliament, and all protocols observed. My name is John Ndung'u, who have been a manager of John De Mathew for about 16, 17 years. I'm going to read my tribute. I met John De Mathew in the year 2003. I was introduced to him by one Francis Muheria Kariuki, who was the man who brought John into the music limelight and was also a close relative. At the time, I declined the job offer because I did not know what the job of managing a celebrity entails. Muheria insisted that I had the capacity, the capacity and the ability, and the courage to deal with the job. Finally, after much thought and consultations, I accepted to be his manager. The job of managing such a huge celeb was a very difficult one. John was loved by very many people from all walks of life. And again, at that early stage, it was difficult as we had not yet gotten into the chemistry of friendship, leave alone the job itself. The most difficult part of this job was managing his security because of the crowd, because of the wild crowd. I decided to hire bodyguards. An action that did not go well with the crowd, as most wanted to be close to him, hear how he speaks at close range and shake his hands. John did not like this idea because he always wanted to mingle with the people, and he always wondered how I decided to hire bodyguards for him. He loved simple life. He was simple, and they loved simple life. But later, on our way, he came to realize why I had made the decision. I knew there was no way I was going to manage him if I didn't have a way of controlling the crowd. Excuse me. Managing John was exciting and challenging job. I loved the job because I got to meet many people from all walks of life. It was very exciting. Some highlights of my job some highlights of challenges of managing John includes. There's a time that Kibaki was looking for votes, Honorable Moi Kibaki, retired president. And we decided to go to a campaign meeting in the dollar. And when we went there with John, the crowd was so wild. They want John to go to the dais, presidential dais, and the security could not allow. So there was a kind of a commotion. I can remember very well. We found Honorable Beth Mogo addressing the crowd. And thank you, Your Excellency, because you were in that meeting. So it reached a point where I asked myself, why did I encourage John to go to the dollar? Because I had seen some bad things. When we were going to the dollar, we were not going to kuharibu mkutano. We just wanted to assist mzee kupata kula. And that is where it reached. When minor commanders stood to try and calm the crowd, it could not hear. And thank you, Your Excellency, because you sent one of the bodyguards to come and meet John to go to the dais. Minor Commander was a very close friend to John, even to date. And he said on a very simple note, on a very light note, but it was on a very light note, because I know they are friends. And by then they were still friends. I will not continue with this. I'll just say one word. John has gone to rest. But his songs and his voices will ring around. I made a promise last night at a place where Governor Iria had called people to gather together, to pray together, to furahi na nini to kuja tusike John. I told them, as long as I've been the manager of De Mathew, boy in the stars will not die. Thank you.